WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm meteorologist Joe Spear. Starting to see things calm down a little bit more after some of the showers and storms that were here that left a little bit more of a decent mark here on some parts of the DMV yesterday evening into the early overnight hours. But the good news is that we're still keeping things relatively quiet as we head into the next few days. We're basically rounding out July on a nicer pattern. That's going to carry us into the start of the weekend. But August also starts over the weekend, and we're already trying to kick off the new month with a couple of scattered showers and some isolated storms. Again, overall pattern still has this larger system working its way off towards the east coast. So if you're going up I-95 here over the next couple of hours, you might still run into whatever is left behind, especially if you're heading up towards Philly or New York. But if you're heading out towards the west, you should be looking at some pretty clear and nice weather trying to take hold. Temperatures so far, a mixed bag of the 60s and 70s outside. It's certainly not as warm of a start as yesterday. 71 in D.C., 66 over in Gaithersburg, 69 over in Annapolis at a pretty early check at numbers this morning. Basically not looking at a ton of change trying to work in just quite yet. We're still trying to see more sunshine build in towards the majority of today. The one thing to watch out for is going to be the winds. We'll start to see those pick up a little bit more as we go throughout the rest of today. For the most part, humidity is gone, but at times we are going to feel about 1 to 2 degrees above the actual temperature. Again, typically anytime that feels like number is less than 3 degrees above the actual temperature, it's not actually high enough for you to actually feel it. So we should be looking more towards normal numbers towards the end of today. Again, a lot of consistent northerly flow, so that is going to keep our temperatures a little cooler for this time of year, trying to keep the skies relatively clear. But we got a few clouds trying to work in towards the afternoon and evening hours. There's not a ton of moisture to work with anymore. A lot of that was taken up from yesterday, but 1 or 2 spotty raindrops could try to work in towards the afternoon, the early evening. Most of that, again, dries out as we head later into tonight, and then that's about the only gamble of rain chances that we have, especially as we head towards the end of this week. Winds for this morning are still going to be pretty quiet, but as we go throughout the rest of today, the gusts really start to pick up. So again, by the mid-morning hours, we have wind gusts above 20 miles per hour already. They'll likely try to hold in that range as we head towards the second half of today. Looking ahead to Thursday, the only thing that we've got are a couple clouds trying to work back in for the afternoon. Temperatures still working their way into the mid-80s. Winds still a little breezy at times. Basically, any time that we're going to see temperatures below average here for the next few days, it's because the winds are going to be a little bit stronger. Humidity manages to stay pretty low as we head towards the next few days, especially carrying us into the end of this week and the start of the weekend. Those levels get not exactly super comfortable, but again, a lot less noticeable up until the end of the weekend and going early into next week. But at the same time, we have rain chances starting to work in, so it's just going to fuel a little bit more moisture back in. It's an overnight chance for Saturday, so most of the daytime plans for the start of the weekend should be fine. It's not until Sunday and Monday that we have more of a scattered to on and off chance of seeing some wet weather working back in. It's not a super high chance of seeing storms, but again, a few isolated rumbles of thunder not out of the question. But to end off this week, to end off July, it is pretty nice. Temperatures are trying to recover from being a little bit cooler here in the meantime. So mid to upper 80s for today, and tomorrow should be a much nicer setup for the Nationals game today. Friday, we have a lot more sunshine. Temperatures are just shy of 90. We do touch 90 heading into Saturday, but it's not exactly the prettiest day. Again, most of us manage to stay dry, but some showers work in overnight. And then we'll see a lot more of those as we head into Sunday and Monday. Temperatures do start to take a little bit of a hit just because of some of the wet weather that we've got. Still 1 or 2 showers left over as we head closer towards the middle of next week. Temperatures trying to work back up into the upper 80s as we head into that first stretch of August.